Yes, hello. Yes, sir. It's Wednesday night. Yes, fantasy football night. That's correct. Line is forming to the right. Yeah, both fantasy leagues as well as the Survivor League. Correct. We'll be covering all that, sir. Yeah, some people did look like shit this week. Yeah, there was some that looked all right. We'll get to all that. Yes, ma'am. Mini bars open. It's always open. VIP to the right. Line is to the left, please. Yes, Wednesday night, fantasy football night. Always in season. Hardcore Challenge Live, yes. Commish is in the house, yes, he will be hosting. Yeah, it's not just silver and black tonight. Unfortunately, we do have fans of other teams that stop by on Wednesday nights. It is fantasy football night, ma'am. I know. Normally we would toss them out, but some of these are hardcore challenge owners, man. Yes, show will be starting very soon. Thank you for joining us. These guys like to run a tight show. Enjoy the show.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? Let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, fantasy football fans, owners of the Hardcore Challenge, members of Raider Nation, people that just happen to be strolling by, wondering what the fuck's going on? What's up, everybody? Whoever the hell you might be, thank you for joining us for another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, in case you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. We got the 32-owner OG League. We got the 20-owner All Raider Nation League. We had, 22 people in our Survivor League. That is now over. We already had a winner, but it's over now. There is no more Survivor. Week 8 did him in. The Ravens ended Craven's run. Raider Infernal is done. But he is the survivor and the Season 2 champion of the Survivor League regardless. He just did not match the bench set last year by Raider Richie. I think he was week 11, I want to say, or week 14, something like that. I gotta go back and check. But that one's over, and so all we have left now to follow along in is the fantasy football leagues. And tonight we will unveil the shit list and the Power 5 in both of the leagues. So let's get to it, shall we? I like to keep this one crisp and brisk and moving through. Let's hit it. And I'm glad it's fantasy football night. At least talking fantasy football is enjoyable, because talking about the fucking Raiders sure the fuck ain't enjoyable anymore. A fucking shitstorm that is.
Fatality.
Already before the bye week. Alright, moving on. Last week's game of the week. Let's hit those first, shall we? Last week's game of the week. We'll start in the big league. King Salami came in undefeated. Knox Vegas Anarchy came in off their first loss, just barely losing by only points. And BAM! Big game of the week right here. This one fit the bill right here. King Salami takes their first L. Knox Vegas Anarchy. Kevin bounces back with a fucking vengeance and winning a huge game. And 204-197. Big one. Knox Vegas Anarchy wins comeback nail biter over King Salami. Takes top spot in the AFC right now. Sitting at number 1 in the AFC. Big game for them. Led by Jaden Daniels. The losing effort there. 31 for King Salami. But just not enough to get over the top. Just a solid. TJ Watt, the top scorer for the winner. Knox Vegas Anarchy. Big win. Game of the week. In the All-Rated Nation week, the Haywood gang. We put a spotlight on him, and he just couldn't handle the lights. The Black Hole Lions, Season 1 champion, takes him down. Unfortunate outcome, as Lions takes currently the top spot in the All-Rated Nation League. He's sitting in the number 1 spot right now. Smacked him like a cheap hooker. It's unfortunate. All right, moving on. We do not condone the smacking of cheap hookers at Raider Reaction. Just to put that out there. Let's hit Big Ballers of the Week.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping.
Big Ballers of the Week. This week it was in the NFC. It was lucky number 11. I lost my chub. Still ain't got no chub. Well, he's got a chub, but not that kind of chub. Not after this fucking whooping. 228-168. That was the big score of the week. And we already had the big baller of the week in the Raider Nation League, as that was the game of the week. Just fucking broke it off and rolling. Man, he's going to be walking rough the rest of the week. Broken off in him. That's not good. Especially not in a highlighted game. I mean, come on. All right. And where were we at? That's big ballers. We got to hit them low ballers. In the big league, AFC, the Stone Ponies with a meager 142, but not quite as meager as Brian and the Take It Deep in 127. The Elite East of the NFC is a complete shit show. But, oh, hold on, what did I do there? Those scores were not as low as the All-Rated Nation League. Lowest across all the hardcore challenge landscape. Raiders all day with a 118. That's not good. That's not good for anybody. All right, there's our big ballers. There's our low ballers. Legal roster. Keep it legal. Only IR in your reserve bench spots. I think everybody has that down now, and you got to keep that one mandatory bench spot. It has to be individual defensive player, team defense, or kicker. There is a mandatory defensive bench spot. Keep it locked and loaded all season long, and you will be good. Now it's time to unveil. Somebody texting me. Let's turn it on silent here. It's time to unveil the Power 5 and the shit list for this season. Should we start at the top or should we let's start at the top? No. I always start. No sound, huh? How about now? We got sound now? There we go, we got sound now. See, that's what happens. New screens. Better make sure I got it on the shit list, too. Alright. Bed Bath & Beyond. Number 2, The Bandits. Number 3, Lucky Number 11. And if you notice, as I was saying to absolutely nobody that could hear me except for the midgets, those 3 are in the NFC, who has been dominating and running the cup for quite a few seasons now. So it's not a good sign for the AFC taking it back. But King Salami and the Knox Vegas Anarchy also sitting at 7-1. All of these teams are all sitting at 7-1 currently. So I didn't waste the time putting the fucking record up there. Now, in the All-Rated Nation League, Power 5 in the All-Rated Nation League. We got the defending champ, Raider Richie, sitting at number 1. Black Hole right behind him at number 2. Shadow Raider at number 3. The Haywood Gang at number 4. And Maximum Effort at 5-3, sitting in the 5 spot. Now for the shit list. Microphone check. Microphone check. Alright, it works. Alright. I thought I'd changed one of them. I changed one of them earlier. I didn't change the other. Hadn't used these, obviously, since the last season, so I needed to refresh that mic was all. No biggie. There's a day I would have panicked at that. Now I'm just like, what? We're good. Move along. Alright. Moving along. The shit list for this season. Man, we're starting out already. I mean, fuck. We're only in... What is this? We're going into week 9 and you're already on the shit list in fantasy football. It's not good. It's not good. But here we go. Here we go. The shit list. We're going to start in the big league. Stone Ponies in the AFC sitting at 0-7-1. Fumble those TDs. El Parata's team. Well, the other host here on Raider Reaction does our pregame shows. Man, sitting at 0-8. Y'all need to give him some fucking shit. Exactly, Lions. You know. I'd have said, fuck it. Click. Fumble those TDs. 0-8. The only winless team in the big league. Take it deep. 1-7. A former champion. Just brutal. From the strongest division in our 32 owner league for seasons, and they're just a complete shit show. You'll see in the spin around the league. And now, it's a real short shit list right now in the All Raider Nation League. It's a one-team band, Raider Nation for life, sitting at 1-7. The only little turd nugget in the All Raider Nation League right now. He's a special little nugget, though. He's got a peanut in his head. All right, moving along. Where we at? What do we got left? Oh, fuck. We got the game of the week still. It's time
Is this not why you were here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week. This week's Game of the Week in the Big League is taking place in the NFC. They're right down here. You'll see them. They are sitting one atop of each division at 7-1, and you got Bed Bath and Bijan facing off against Kilowattage. Both these guys are fairly new owners in the league and have both stepped in and made a big imprint already and shown that they belong here, and they're definitely legit and worthy of being in the OG league. This is a big one right here. It's projected very close, 147 to 140. As you see, the line graph is projected very close. Right now, Bed Bath & Bijan is projected to be a late winner. They're about a 9-point favorite, 174 to 165. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close one. This will be an interesting game. Picking in this one, man, I don't... Looking across these... I'm leaning towards the projection of Bed Bath & Bijan. I kind of go with the projections in this one. I think he looks like the stronger team. I'm dealing in the other league with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, a little concerned about with his injury situation as well. But I'm leaning towards Bed Bath & Bijan. I'm going to pick them to take this one in the Big League. Over in the All Raider Nation League, we got a big one. We shined the spotlight on him last week, and he wilted miserably, having the spotlight put on him. So we're going to give him a bounce-back chance here, because this one's for sole possession of first place in the division right now. Haywood Gang and the Shadow Raider going head-to-head, both at 6-2. Haywood Gang coming off a big loss, a pathetic performance. Did we mention how shitty of a performance it was in last week's Game of the Week? So he needs to bounce back here. He's spotlighted again. He was off to a great start. Tripped up in the Game of the Week last week, and this is a big one. Can win this one, move to 7-2, drop Shadow Raider to 6-3, and claim sole possession of first place in this division. I'm picking him for a bounce back. Right now, he's the projected winner by 6 points. Projected tight little win. I'm going with the projections this week. I'm going with the Haywood Gang. We'll see if he can get a bounce back win this week against Tony, our only female owner. We're picking the Haywood Gang. We're picking the Haywood Gang. All right. What do we got left? We did that. It's time for Spin Around the League. Let's get it. Let's get the hell out of here. All right, let's start. Fuck it. Let's start in the NFC because I'm already there. We'll start the NFC. The Great White North, the NFC. You see we've got a 7-1 lock with lucky number 11 and Kilowattage. Both of them are in the top 3 of the Power 5. Skull Crushers, the defending league champ, though, sitting right behind him. And you look at that right there, that 5-game win streak. Don't be slipping on the defending champ. He's creeping on the come up. And actually right behind. That's anybody's game right there. Carroll still holding strong with a win. 5-3, only 2 games off the pace. Now this division right here, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this division. Right now the division leader's on a 2-game winning streak. The Emperor sitting at 3-5, leading the division. The rest of them, you poor fuckers, lost 5 in a row, lost 5 in a row, lost 6 in a row. You guys aren't worth mentioning until you win something. Wild West, Black Hole, with a win, 5-3, claiming this one. They're just running away with this one. The rest of the division lost 6 in a row, lost 5 in a row, lost 2 in a row. It's a fucking shit show. God damn, they're gonna already have this locked up within the next week or two? Good Lord. The Dirty South. It's a 2-horse race. Bed Bath & Bijan and the Bandits both sitting at 7-1. Willie is always putting up a tough team down there. He's a little high maintenance sometimes, but Willie knows how to put it together. But like I said, it is a 2-horse race. So after that, it's a complete fall off. These guys are 4 games out already. Bucknuts and I lost to Chubb. or my Chubb or his Chubb or your Chubb. There is no Chubb. It's just L's. It's just L's. Moving on to the AFC in the Great White North Division of the AFC. What do we got cooking up there? We got Knox Vegas Anarchy coming off the big game of the week win, sitting at 7-1, and they're running away with this, as well as Bad Company, the only person worth mentioning, at 4-4 right now, and they are 3 games off the pace. Emmett Who with a win over me this week. Another win. My second loss in a row in the big league where I've scored 200 or more points and taken an L. Fucking goddamn, man. I scored, 204 and lost by like 9 or 11 or just right around 10 points. Man, rough. Lost to a 7-1 team. I lost to King Salami last week. So at least I'm losing to the top echelon. But Emmett Who sitting in first place. Black Who, Spleeve, he's fighting. 2 games winning streak there, and he's only 2 games back. Bison Broncos, still somewhat relevant at 3 games back. They're teetering, though, teetering. King Salami takes the L in the game of the week to drop their first game. That makes Stinky Pinky smile as he's on a 4-game winning streak and closes the gap a little bit to 2 at 5-3. Bleeding Green and Under the Influence, though, both still in the hunt at 4-3-1 and 4-4 respectively. The Raw Dog Nation, we've lost 2 straight games, scored over 200 points in 2 straight games, and lost to 2 teams that are currently both sitting at 7-1. So, hey, it is what it is. But my team's putting up points, and I just made a big blockbuster trade to bring in some talent, fill all the holes, threw away next year's draft picks, but fuck it. We're all in. We're all in. We're in first place right now. Two tough losses in a row, but still sitting in first. All-Pro Afro's also taking on a 3-game losing streak. They're only half a game behind me. And Bucker Raider Reggie, finally, Blind Squirrel found himself an acorn and got a win, but fumbled those TDs. That motherfucker can't find shit. Sitting at 0-8. And let's hit the All-Rated Nation League before we get out of here. Right now in the Great White North, the 2 former champs, Season 1 champ, Lions in the Black Hole at 6-2, Season 2 champ Raider Richie at 6-2, both sitting tied atop the Great White North. And only 1 game back, Raiders All Day, who this week was the low baller of the week, surprisingly. And the Hungry Dogs down here, they're staying at relevant. 3 straight wins. They're crawling their way back in. If they can just keep their roster legal, they seem to be getting things in a groove there. And, of course, 2-6, they're not worth mentioning. Maximum Effort and the Death Dealers. Death Dealers taking a rough loss to me. I thought I lost that game. I checked out of that game after the kickoff return by the Steelers. I thought that one, but my fucking linebacker, Okariki, or whatever the fuck you say his name, he went off, put up 28 points, and I ended up stealing that one in the end. 5-3, he drops at 2 losses in a row. Max Destruction drops 1 to 4-4, and 3 straight wins. Let me see them TDs. Has climbed up out the gutter and made himself relevant again. Autumn Pirate, we're only going to mention you just because we like to laugh at you. David's still trying to get the hang of it over there. He's working on it. I believe he's hired a scout, an offensive coordinator, and a defensive coordinator. He's working on it. He's working on it. Shadow Raider and the Haywood Gang sitting atop the Wild West are the big game of the week this week to see who claims sole possession. And after that, it's a big drop-off. Raider Nation 98. They're on a 4-game skid. I play them this week. Raider Nation 770. They did win one, formerly Devontae's Inferno, but Devontae went to New York, and that's about where the playoff chances of this team are. They're in New York, too. And the Raider Nation for Life, the only team on the shit list. And the Dirty South is a little dirty. We're a little grimy this season. 4-4 in a 3-way tie with One Nation, Raw Dog Nation, and the Savage Wolf Pack, all sitting in a 4-way tie, all getting off the snide this week, all getting a win. And the Maulers and the Autumn Wind both take a loss this week and drop to 3-5, but they're only 1 game back. This division is anybody's still at that point. And that's what we have. That's what we have. Same time next week, ladies and gentlemen. Same time next week. We'll run it down again, see where you are. Oh, Come on, David. It doesn't matter how many you lost by. Ask the Raiders. It does not fucking matter how many you lost by. An L is still an L. I've taken 2 quality L's too. I've scored 200 and 200 plus the last 2 weeks and still lost. Took my L's. Sucks. But that's fantasy football, and that's football in general. Good luck in your fantasy football leagues out there. Good luck, everybody, in your fantasy football leagues this week. Unless you're playing me, then I wish you no luck. I just wish you pain and misery. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.